Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning to everyone. Today, our lesson will be based on the close-up textbook and the topic is vocabulary and grammar. Okay. At first, let's turn to page 12, in terms of vocabulary. What are collocation and expressions? Collocations and expression made up of two or more words that are commonly used together in English. The word usually fit together, sounds right, and seems nice to the native English speaker. Doesn't matter for the grammatical errors all. The example of commonly used collocations are keep, fall, have, get, and pay. These are examples of collocations with keep. As you can see there, these are the commonly used of collocations of keep. For example, keep in touch, keep records, keep away, keep quiet, as usually we use in the class. Keep someone in touch, keep a promise, and keep in mind. And this one is the example of collocations, with get. For example, get permission, get hungry, get lost, get a degree, get divorced, and get ready for an event. And here are the examples of collocations with have. For example, have a dream, have a lecture, have a fun, have a break, have you take your lunch, have a rest, and have a meeting. Here are the examples of collocation with pay. For example, pay a bill, pay a visit to your grandmother, please pay attention in the class, pay cash for the things at the counter, pay interest, and many more. And here is the collocations with fall, but sometimes we call it a phrasal verb. Phrasal verbs is the verb plus with the other words, taken from preposition, nouns, or even adjective, and it becomes a complete new meaning word. For example, fall apart. The meaning is to disintegrate. For example, my old briefcase is falling apart. I will have to buy a new one. Doesn't mean that the briefcase fall from the higher place to down, but the briefcase has been torn out. So that is why the person need to buy a new briefcase. Fall away. The meanings for the fall away, cease to support a person or cause. After the divorce, all his friends fell away one by one, means to depart. Next, let's take a look on activity A, from page 12 in your textbook. The instruction, complete the phrases with keep, fall, pay, get, and have. From here, you will learn on the use of the collocations and expressions. And we will also know what is the means by the collocation and what is the mean by the expressions. Number 1. Pay a compliment or pay a visit. Number 2. Keep a diary or keep a secret. Number 3. Have a family or have a sympathy. Number 4. Get married or get divorced. Number 5. Fall in love or fall to pieces. Which words indicate collocations and which words or which sentence indicates expression? These words indicates collocations. The word that you use together or seems right to be used with the other words. And this one, these sentences that is what we call as an expression. Expressions mean something that we express, the emotion. Okay. Next, let's turn to activity B. Okay, still in page 12. Okay, everybody please open your textbook. Okay, let's see activity B. The instruction: complete sentences 1 to 10 with collocations and expressions from A. Okay, for both. Number 1, I am not ready for children now, but I will love to have a family in a few years. Number 2, shh, you must not tell anyone about it. Can you keep a secret? 3, I don't think I will ever fall in love again. My divorce was very upsetting. 4, my husband paid me a compliment yesterday. He said I look lovely. What is the meaning by the word compliment? Yes, pujian. Good. Number 5, Tom and I want to get married as soon as possible. We love each other. Number 6, I will never keep a diary. My sister might read it. Number 7, have some sympathy, Pete. Your brother has just lost his job. Number 8, if they can't sort out their problems soon, they may get divorced. Number 9, why not pay Grandma a visit, Tom? She will be pleased to see you. Number 10, it is difficult not to fall into pieces when someone close to you passes away. Alright, again, expressions, okay, are the action of making known one's thoughts or feelings. Okay, next let's move to activity C. Again, still in page 12, everybody. Okay, the instruction: complete the sentences with the correct forms of the expressions. Okay, number 1, after 20 years, Susie's parents are getting divorced. Naturally, she is very upset. Number 2, Sam's father left his mother. Sam is worried that she will fall into pieces. Number 3, I have a lot of sympathy for children of separated or divorced parents. Number 4, my grandmother's house is near here. Let's pay her a visit. Number 5, Mom, do you remember what it was that made you fall in love with Dad? 6, Pam, can you keep a secret? Good. Come here and I will whisper it in your ear. Number 7, a lot of my friends keep a diary. They write in it every day. Number 8, my sister is getting married at the end of the month. Number 9, do you plan to have a family when you grow up? I want a big one with 5 children. And number 10, my boyfriend paid me a compliment today. He said I was very clever. Alright. Okay, again, collocations and expressions, okay, will result to the one meaningful sentence. Okay. I hope that you understand on the use of collocations and expressions. Okay, do not use only divorce without putting the collocations of getting. Because when you just put divorce, okay, it doesn't mean any meaningful sentence. Okay, you must put together of the collocations getting and the expressions of divorce into getting divorced, so that it will become a complete one meaningful sentence. Okay. Next, we turn to grammar. Grammar is in page 13 in your textbook. Everybody can open. Okay. Good. Okay. In this topic, we will take a look or highlight on the countable and uncountable nouns and also quantifiers. Okay. Countable nouns refer to separate items. They can be singular and plural. and we use an article, a, and the before singular countable nouns. Next, uncountable nouns refer to things that cannot be counted or an abstract ideas. These nouns do not have a plural form. Okay. As for you to remember, okay, for your level, the countable nouns and uncountable nouns are different than you learn, okay, during your primary. Okay, in your primary, you learn for the countable nouns, for example, people, places, colors, and everything. Very simple one. And for the uncountable, you count on the sugars, rice, milk, and so on. Okay, a very simple things. But for your level, now you are learning the more specific countable and uncountable nouns. Okay, for more understandings, let's take a look on practice A. Okay, the instruction. Look at the nouns in bold. Which are countable and which are uncountable? Write C for countable and U for uncountable. Again, remember, countable refer to separate items and the use of an article of a, and, or the before the singular countable nouns. Okay, before the nouns, before sebelum kata nama ada penggunaan artikel a, and ataupun the. Okay, let's take a look. Number 1. Grandfather told us a story about our ancestors. As you can see from the sentence, okay, a story. Do you notice on the use of article of a before the singular countable noun of story? Yes? Okay, means that this is countable. Okay, you can count on the story. How many stories that your grandfather told? 5, 6 stories? Yes, okay, that is mean by the countable. Next, number 2. Each country has its own traditions. Do you notice there are no article used in this sentence? Okay, and the bold one is the nouns. Yeah, again, remember, uncountable nouns do not have a plural form and do not use an article. Yes, correct. Number 2 is uncountable nouns. Next, number 3. Information about our genes comes from our DNA. What do you think this? What do you think the sentences? Is it countable or uncountable? Yes, it is uncountable based on the bold words information. Okay, there is no use of an article before the word of information. Good. Number 4. A mother feels great love for her children. Again, this is uncountable noun. Yes. And number 5. An aunt of mine gave me this picture. Okay, as you can see, and as if you notice, the use of an article of aunt before the singular countable noun of aunt, okay, indicates this sentence is countable. Correct. Okay. Move to the quantifiers. What is quantifier? It is a word or phrase which is used before a noun to indicate the amount or quantity of an object. Okay, atau dalam bahasa Melayu, imbuhan penentu kepada sesuatu amount ataupun quantity. Okay, let's make it clear. And let's try on the practice E. Write the words in the correct column. Okay, the words in the yellow box, okay, to be categorized into countable or uncountable. Okay, let's see what belong to the countable. Okay, food, mirror, people, maths, family. These words belong to the countable, which is you can count the amount. You can count on the quantity. How many foods are there in the table? On the table? 5 foods. Okay, good. How many mirrors do you have at your house? 3 mirrors. including in the bathroom. Good. How many people sitting, okay, in the class right now? 5 people. Good. Okay. Maths, can you solve that problems in maths? Yes. Which topic? Theorem Pythagoras. Good. Okay. A family. Do you want to have a family soon? Yes, I'm getting married and I think I would like to have 5 children. So you can count on the children. How many? 5. Okay, good. Let's see on the uncountable. Information. Okay, it is uncountable. Why? Because you can't count how many information you get, okay, from a website. Okay, there are so many informations, okay, in the internet. Okay, with a single click from your finger, you can get an information around millions. Okay, triple millions and many more. Okay, next, generation. How many generation do we have starting from the first century, okay, in the world? Uncountable. Okay, next, advice. You can't count advice until you use a quantifier to indicate the amount of advice. Okay, later we will learn about it. Okay, research. Okay, again, you can't count a research without using a quantifiers. Okay, the imbuhan. Okay, imbuhan penentu kepada amount ataupun quantity berapa banyak research yang dijalankan. Okay, for example, there are about 100 researches regarding to hybrid learning. Okay, or there are about 50 researches, okay, about blended learning used among secondary students in Malaysia. Okay, that is the use of quantifiers. Okay, next, traditions. Okay, you can't count on the traditions. How many traditions do you have? Okay, 6 traditions. Okay, there are a lot of traditions, okay, in Malaysia. Since Malaysia is the multicultural country, okay, the use of quantifiers a lot of, okay, to indicate the amount of traditions existed in Malaysia. Okay. Okay, again, hearts, higher order thinking skill. Chocolate and time can also be countable and uncountable depending on their meaning. For example, okay, oh my God, okay, it's terrible and it's tragic because my mother has split, okay, a pot of hot chocolates on the table. For example, how many? You can count. A pot of hot chocolates. A pot, satu periuk, okay, coklat yang panas. And again, time, okay, can't be, and also uncountable when you use of. How many times I would like to tell you that you need to submit the homework before Sunday? How many times? Okay, so it is uncountable. Or when you are sitting an examination, okay, and your teacher, okay, say that, okay, children, okay, student, you have 5 more minutes before the time's end. Okay, there you can count on the time. How many minutes left? 5 minutes. Okay, good. I hope that you understand on the use of countable, uncountable, and also the quantifiers. Okay, and before we end our class, okay, here are the exercises taken from the workbook that are related with the topic we learned today, okay, in terms of vocabulary and the grammar. Okay, what kind of exercises? The first one, the vocabulary, okay, and then grammar. Okay, and this one, use your English, is something that related with the PT3 focus. And all of these exercises are being uploaded into our Google Classroom. And as usual, write the answers only, snap, and submit into it before Sunday. Okay, and before we end, okay, I would like to remind to you all that next lesson is about writing an email. You may take a look on page 14 in your textbook for earlier understandings about the formats of writing an email. Okay, thank you all and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.